Total Pro Sports presents 15 sports teams as WWE superstars. The NBA, NFL, NHL, and MLB are all real-life sports, where the best of the best are pitted against each other. WWE, on the other hand, is strictly choreographed and scripted entertainment. It's purely acting, yet fun for the crowd to watch. So what would happen if the WWE and one of the big four sports leagues collided? Here are how 15 all-time great wrestlers would compare to pro sports teams. Toronto Maple Leafs and Bret Hart. The Maple Leafs won 13 Stanley Cups, the second most among NHL teams. The problem? They won it in 1967 and haven't won one since. Bret Hart was at the top of his game in the WWE during the late 90s. The Montreal Screwjob came in and basically ruined his career. Sadly, both were at the top of their worlds and then had bad endings to such promise and achievements. New England Patriots and Ric Flair. The Nature Boy was known as the dirtiest player in the game during his long wrestling career. The Patriots keep finding their names in cheating scandals. From Spygate to Deflategate, in which Tom Brady may or may not have deflated footballs, the Pats have certainly found unfair ways to take advantage of their opponents. Flair did just that, delivering cheap shots when the refs weren't looking. Golden State Warriors and Dean Ambrose. The Warriors suddenly stole the show in 2015, taking down the Cleveland Cavaliers with ease to win the NBA championship. Meanwhile, Dean Ambrose was just another member of the Shield and was often forgotten behind Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, Triple H, among others. Then in 2015, WWE pushed him as a main event status. The Warriors started making history in 2015-2016, and Ambrose has one long successful career ahead of him. Detroit Lions and Scott Hall. The Lions have had an infamous amount of players who've had problems staying out of trouble. Aaron Berry, Titus Young, Rodney Austin, Michael LaShore, and Nick Fairley all had run-ins with the law. Hall's career was plagued with many tragedies. He was arrested many times for assault, shooting a man in self-defense to death, struggled with alcoholism, and didn't get his life back on track until 2014 and 2015. Los Angeles Dodgers and Roman Reigns. Reigns is always among the most overhyped superstars in the WWE. Even as a face of the company in 2015, fans have often booed him. His awful mic skills have made him a horrible decision as WWE's next guy. Meanwhile, Magic Johnson's group bought the Dodgers and threw money at players and traded for ridiculous contracts. Still, no world titles in nearly 3 decades puts them in Reigns' category. Overhyped, nothing to show. Boston Bruins and the Wyatt family. The Bruins have had a history of being a physical and tough team. In recent years, Milan Lucic, Zdeno Chara, and Brad Marchand have delivered cheap shots and beat up on guys half their size. Then there's the Wyatt family, 4 giants that gang up on individual superstars that beat the living daylights out of them. That's not very tough now, is it? New York Yankees and Hulk Hogan. The Yankees' 27 World Championships made them the greatest sports franchise in North American history. Many will consider Hulk Hogan the greatest wrestler to ever live. So what's the relationship? The Yankees are always must-see TV based on their history. Anytime Hogan came out of retirement for another match, it was an easy moneymaker for WWE. Whatever the time and place, the Yankees and Hogan always won ratings over. Detroit Red Wings and Triple H. The Red Wings have been a model of consistency in the NHL with a playoff streak that lasted over 2 decades. With 4 Stanley Cups between 1997 and 2008, they showed dominance. Triple H, a 14-time world champion after the 2016 Royal Rumble, has also been dominant for over 2 decades and has always won titles. Triple H and the Wings have always hung around near the top of the world, making these guys so much alike. Dallas Cowboys and Big Show. The Cowboys won 3 Super Bowls during the 1990s. Quite frankly, they're always on primetime games, among the most beloved and hated superstars with such a long history. The Big Show is still a huge household name for the company, but he hasn't been relevant in over a decade. Many hate the Cowboys' annual media hype. Many want the show to leave the company. See the relationship? San Francisco 49ers and Shawn Michaels. The 49ers won 5 Super Bowls and were among the most successful teams in the NFL during the 1990s. In the Jim Harbaugh era, they were in the NFC title game from 2011 to 2013. Michaels was also a huge star in the 1990s, one of the most entertaining performers in the ring. The 49ers suddenly hit rock bottom in 2014, and Michaels shockingly retired in 2010 after his WrestleMania loss to The Undertaker. Such a great history, more promise, and then it ends just like that. Los Angeles Lakers and Stone Cold Steve Austin. The Lakers are one of the NBA's most successful teams ever with 16 NBA championships in their first 62 years in existence. Austin was on top of the wrestling world during his tenure with the WWE. So why are they so much alike? Well, the Lakers ended terribly in the Kobe Bryant era. Austin's career ended early due to a neck injury. but both sides still have millions of supporters by their side despite the runs ending so unexpectedly. Seattle Seahawks and The Rock. The Rock's legacy will always be how great of a trash talker he was on the mic. Plus, well, he's a great in-ring performer. Thanks to Russell Wilson and the Legion of Boom, the Seahawks are also an entertaining group to watch. Plus, Richard Sherman, like The Rock, has mastered the trash talk like no other in the business he's part of. Montreal Canadiens and Sting. The Montreal Canadiens are the greatest NHL franchise to ever exist with 24 Stanley Cups. Sting is the greatest superstar in WCW history. The Habs went over 2 decades without a Stanley Cup after their last title in 1993. Sting didn't join the WWE until 2014, and his stint was nowhere close to being as exciting as hoped. But because of great history and excellence with consistency, Sting and the Habs have millions of fans and people who have nothing but respect for them. Chicago Blackhawks and John Cena. The Blackhawks managed to become an NHL dynasty in the salary cap era, something no one thought was possible, winning 3 cups from 2010 to 2015. They remain the NHL's model team with a huge fan base. John Cena has been a household name for ages. For over 10 years, he has been one of the top faces of the WWE. With so many major titles, Cena and the Hawks always draw money, ratings, and attendance. And finally, the San Antonio Spurs and the Undertaker. People usually hate constant winners, but the San Antonio Spurs, with 5 NBA titles between 1999 and 2014, earn nothing but praise and respect from fans of the sport. They're always at the top of the league. The Undertaker may be the best wrestler ever. He's a respected veteran of his company, like the Spurs are. He's aging, but he always found a way to make himself compete at a high level, just like the Spurs' big 3 of Manu Ginobili, Tim Duncan, and Tony Parker, only getting better with age, and everyone respects them. What WWE superstar would your favorite sports team be? Let us know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, please click like. If you didn't subscribe, now's a good time to do so. We upload 7 videos a week. As always, we thank you so much for watching.